afternoon. It is the Studio W Sports page brought to you by J&J. I'm your host, your man, Milton, riding shotgun. Me, as always, Mr. Kevin Harris to my left. To my right, Mr. Romar Smith. Now, Mr. Romar, well, I'll introduce you again when you come back.
Yeah.
Because you won't who you said you was a few minutes ago dancing to the hole in the wall. I'm just gonna put it to you like put it. I ain't putting your business out there. I'm leaving it to everyone's imagination. And joining us is the honorable, the great one and only the wrestling guru, Miss Krishana Freeman. Shauna, how you doing today?
You know, I'm good. I can't complain. I got a free weekend, so I just thought I'd hop on.
Oh, yes, we greatly appreciate that. We greatly appreciate you hopping on. And I wanted, before we kick everything off at 3 o'clock, we missed out on a lot of wrestling, a lot of stuff that's been going on. So I was wanting, get warmed up, get the crew warmed up. We're gonna have a little bit of wrestling talk for a good 30 minutes because you gotta school us on a lot of stuff.
We need a little bit more than 30.
Well, listen, because even I has been I haven't truly been out the loop, but I've been out the loop just a tad bit. I think I can get you up. I just can't get you all the way up, but I can get you there.
All right, so we go. All right, cool. We can work with that, right, fellas? We can work with that, right?
Yeah.
All right. So let's start with the WWE. All right. I don't know if you saw Raw or SmackDown this week, but they got a couple of pay-per-views coming up. One Saturday night's main event. Another one is Women's Evolution. Am I correct?
Yes.
That's next weekend. Am I correct?
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
Can you hear us now, Kevin?
Yeah.
We good?
Yeah, we good.
All right. No.
All right.
I mean, your mic was on. Everything was on. It's just your headphones was turned down.
Gotcha.
Yeah. Unfortunately, a lot of times y'all guys can't hear us because the volume on your headphones hasn't been adjusted.
Got it.
So I keep trying to tell you guys, just keep talking. We can hear you. You're live. Your mic is live. Everybody can hear you. You might not be able to hear yourself.
Right.
But you're good. You're good.
All right. So go ahead, continue. We got 2 pay-per-views coming on the way. Saturday night's main event. Well, that's not a pay-per-view, but then Evolution the next Sunday. All women's pay-per-view, actually, which is nice to see.
All right, so as I'm bringing this up right now because there's a couple of things I like and dislike about what's going on in WWE right now.
Oh, I do know.
Speak on it.
I do see an Evolution. Jade does get a chance to get her hands on Naomi in a match again.
Oh yeah, that's already in the works.
Oh, it's going down in Evolution.
Yeah, I'm looking for the card. Who's on
Tiffany
the card.
Time is fighting Trish Stratus.
Okay, March cards now. We started Seth Rollins. All right, no. I do like Randy Orton versus Drew McIntyre. I do like that one. That, even though I don't like where the storyline directions is going, but that one is neat. That one still might be the match of the night.
I mean, I think I feel that. Well, last night I just feel like Drew called Randy Orton and the American Nightmare. A couple of BI, you know the rest. He ain't call them alpha males, he called them betas.
Yeah,
he called them a couple of, in my eyes.
Yeah, in my eyes too. My problem with that is last time we seen you, bro,
he got knocked out by
you recovered from a headache. You know what I'm saying? I mean, Last time we saw you, bro, you shouldn't be making these kind of allegations. You shouldn't be one going around calling folks out. But
well, you got to come back and stir the pot. You got to do that.
yeah,
You got to come back and stir it.
But you don't stir the pot up with the industry is I feel one of the WWE's.
the 3 most dangerous letters in sports entertainment.
No, I'm not. I'm talking about Cody right now because they got a lot behind Cody. You can tell because he win every main event pay-per-view that he got, except for when he lost the belt.
Yeah,
He the one wrote the Royal Rumble 2 years in a row.
yeah,
Just lost the belt. Now he the king of the ring.
yeah.
Got another title shot at the biggest pay-per-view of the year, SummerSlam, against
John Cena.
Yeah. And like you said, you running your mouth to the 3 dangerous letters. You talking to somebody that ain't even supposed to be wrestling.
Yeah.
For real.
But then again,
Why? You know what's gonna happen? Drew McIntyre is gonna bring the punt back. Because Randy wanna punch somebody. And he gonna be the first one to get it in the return of it.
actually, if you want to go that far, that's more like a motivation because you're trying to bring. When he already said the apex predator.
Well, you know why I say the punt though? Because that's what he was ready to do to Cody, and then he froze.
Yeah.
I want to hear what you think, Miss Freeman.
So, I did check out the pay-per-view. I did check out bits and pieces of that whole conversation. And I think Randy had a moment of judgment because it was like, I can't take the golden boy out just yet, but it's coming. I do feel like Randy is about to shift. That snake is about to.
He want the belt. He want the belt in the golden boy hands.
Yeah, yes and no. But I do think that shift is about to come to where, Randy is really going to be a little lethal right now. Once he definitely get his heel turn, brought in, he is definitely about to be lethal. As far as Drew McIntyre coming back and he thought he was stirring the pot a little bit, which he kind of did, but it wasn't lethal enough for anything to turn. All he got for his troubles was just those 3 dangerous letters in sports entertainment.
Yeah.
That's the only thing he got for his troubles. But I'm very curious on this storyline to see where it goes, because I think that what's going to end up happening is that Cena's still going to keep that belt for a minute, because I feel as though that's when Randy's going to strike. Randy's going to get, he's going to get Cody. But it don't even have to be with a title or not. I think because it's going to come into play of you've been given all these opportunities. Now he about to pull a Seth in a minute.
Man,
that's
you
how,
got me
that's
thinking
how I
that
kinda see that.
You got me thinking at SummerSlam we're gonna see the return of Screwjob Randy in the hoodie with an RKO to Cody.
Mm-hmm.
I wouldn't take that off the table.
Well, I mean, they were teasing a heel turn on Cody too.
Oh yeah, now Cody's is still coming. Yeah, Cody's is still coming.
Yeah, so
I can tell you when, but I do know that it's coming.
And the reason why I say that is because if you notice that, I think it a couple weeks ago?
Y'all say both of them got heel turns.
I do, and I'm gonna tell you why. Because and she can back me up on this one. There was a SmackDown either last week or a couple weeks ago. They had 4 people in the ring, and Cody couldn't get a word in edgewise. Now that's and that's saying something.
Mhm.
Hey, I know it's kind of crazy, but both of them got heel turns coming. Could you
Yeah.
think in the back of your mind, because they got so many factions in the WWE right now? Could you fathom they heel turn at the same time just to recreate Evolution?
Well, remember they were partners at one point too.
They was in Evolution together, so
They
but
was in
it,
legacy
but
together.
No, it was Legacy.
Okay, legacy. Okay,
It was
but
legacy.
still, let's see that. What was they called with Batista and Triple H?
Yo, that was
Yeah,
Evolution then.
Okay.
Yeah.
So it's Triple H, Batista, Ric Flair, and Randy Orton. Cody wasn't involved in that one.
Okay, but
No. Cody
Yeah,
was
he was
with
coming
Ted
up.
DiBiase Jr. and
and they
and
was
Cody and
they was
and they was
Randy
left
puppets.
legacy.
Yeah, they
Yeah.
was Randy puppets.
But now, if they
But
do happen to do their heel turn at the same time, they'll work together in a sense, but it won't be like it was when they were in Legacy. Because
So,
it'll
and
be
still-
more to it.
I think I'll draw that storyline out just like that for them to end up being tag team champions together. Just for one of them to do the Kevin Owens, Sami Zayn did the one of them.
Mm-hmm.
Who gonna stab who in the back first? Why they tag team champions?
Yeah.
Would they? All right. So who y'all got winning that one?
I got Randy punting Drew, man.
So-
I think Randy's going to win it, but I don't know about if a punch's going to be involved.
I definitely think the punt is coming back.
I think
I don't know who's gonna win. Go ahead.
Oh no. I was gonna say actually, I'm gonna have to be the oddball here. I'm actually gonna go with Drew. I'm actually gonna go with Drew because this gonna be around the time to where if Randy lose, he's gonna lose it. He's gonna straight lose it. He is gonna punt him down to hell and back. That's where we going with that. If he lose, and that's when the heel turn will start to come out. So I really give this match.
Okay. I don't know. I have not. I can't say.
It's a coin flip for you.
Yeah, it's a coin flip.
It's a coin flip.
But I don't see him. I can't see either one win. I can't see one losing. I think this is going to be Rome or prelude to somebody else. Somebody's gonna interfere with this one.
I got, and I know who gonna interfere.
I don't see it.
It's gonna be Braun Breaker in them.
I don't see nobody coming out with an as a winner or loser.
No, I think if anybody's going to interfere, it's going to be Cody.
For what?
But you get what I'm saying? Neither one of them has really a whole lot to gain by winning or losing.
Mm-hmm.
Or unless it's gonna be Damian Priest because he don't feel like he's finished with Drew.
Now that could be
Damian Priest.
But
that wouldn't make. Let me tell you why that wouldn't make sense. He's already tied up with this whole Aleister Black and R-Truth beef, which he has no reason to even be in to begin with.
He got respect for truth.
Well, that's the reason.
I mean, Ron Killings.
Yeah.
He should be. If anything, he was going after the U.S. title.
But something always. But see, notice how every time he tries to go for something always gets in the way.
Right.
And it's happened, and that's what's been holding Damian back for a while now. because he should have been at a belt at this point.
But see, Damian Priest is you're right, but Damian Priest's
between.
MO is he always
middleman.
Yeah, he always sticks his nose in everybody's business.
He want to be looked at as a good guy around in the business, but he don't have a problem being the bad guy when it comes to everything else.
He never has no business of his own.
So I think
he's always in everybody else.
But he's in the middle of everything.
But I don't see him as being in the middle, so to speak. What I think may have happened is the fact that even though R-Truth, aka Ron Killings, got into this whole new persona, you know, Damian ended up walking in when this situation was brewing between Truth and Aleister Black. So as being like younger brother, big brother, whatever. So he thought that he can talk to him and be like, yo, this ain't you, trying to talk him out of it. I don't feel as though it was he's trying to be in everybody's business. I just think that kind of fell in his lap, so to speak. And he just walked into it. And then, of course, trying to be the good guy, he's trying to set some things on him, but apparently that ain't worked out too well.
But see, and also you got to think about it. And I'm just sitting here thinking about it. It could be with Damian Priest stepping in. It could be a push for Aleister Black and the renaming and of R-Truth, because I mean, come on. Basically, we all know R-Truth still got his job because of the outpour of the fans and everything else.
Not only the fans, it was the locker room. It was everybody that had.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? So you know what I'm saying? He kept his job because of how everybody see him and love him. You bring Aleister back, you done sign him back from AEW. You got to find a way to give Aleister some momentum. It could be a big push for Aleister.
And honestly, even though that was he's able to come back, I don't like how.
But I don't think that was the best move. Yeah, I don't think it was the best move for him because he was better off in AEW.
He was, but he was better off in AEW as a trios champion versus single. And I mean, don't get me wrong, he was good in AEW on a singles run as well, but he was more noticeable and recognizable as a trios champion because you had him, Brody King, and Buddy Matthews. So you had them three together. They were a powerhouse in AEW. And I don't know how to feel about him coming to WWE because it's like they're not using his potential that he has, even as a singles competitor. The man
gave him a brand.
Yeah.
He don't know what. I don't even know what brand he gonna be on. Like he a free agent.
I thought he was on SmackDown.
He can run.
That's what I thought too.
Oh, I didn't know because you might see him anywhere.
Yeah, I've been seeing him on SmackDown.
Well, at least put him in the hunt for a title.
Yeah, I agree.
Well, I mean, it just goes to show how, and I think every dirt sheet that I've seen on social media in the past several weeks, the booking has been trash, straight trash.
Mm-hmm.
Because again, Mill was mentioning to us on the way over here, it shouldn't have took this long to have a second installment of Evolution as it did. So, and now I don't know what year the first one was.
It was when Trish was still wrestling.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So it had been at least 10 years ago, at least.
No, it was like 4 or 5 years.
Well, it was definitely during the Attitude Era. So it was
But
definitely.
you gotta think about it. Why not right now? Because the girls from all three brands of it then took the women's division to a different level. It's the perfect time. Strike while the iron hot with another pay-per-view for them. Because when they did the first one, it was at the height of the Attitude Era. Right now,
it's almost
now, I feel like the best matches that you see on either brand on Monday night or Friday night are the ones with the females.
The previous one was in 2018.
7 years ago. So it took 7 years to get to a second installment.
Because after the Attitude Era, the females, they want a focal point like they are again now.
And you want to know why all of a sudden they are put in the spotlight? Because again, it's the fans. The fans have a lot of say and a lot of weight to say, hey, look, something ain't right with this.
I feel you can, but it's just, I think it comes down to one thing and one thing only. It's too much talent between the three brands, NXT, SmackDown, and Raw. It's too much good talent, and they got to showcase it.
But if you think about it, so with Raw and SmackDown, they've been trying to get away from this divas type of wrestling.
Yes.
So it wasn't until they brought NXT in, and then if you start looking at all the matches that they had at the beginning of NXT, only 4 people brought it in the women's division. That was Charlotte Flair, that was Becky Lynch, that was Bayley, and that was Sasha Banks. And then when they called them up to the main roster, that's when Raw really was hitting, because you had them 4 on the main stage. Then it started getting to where the evolution of women's wrestling has left, diva and everything came.
Becky want to be the man,
and Becky proved that. And I gotta give her credit. She the only women's champion that was 2 belts Becky. She was the only one, real talk. The first one. Let me say that. She was the first one. Bayley was a Grand Slam champion. I gotta give Sasha Banks her credit, because in AEW, New Japan, CMMA, all them wrestling promotions, she got the best.
She's got all the belts.
Got all the gold. I gotta give her that. And now she about to go for the AEW Women's Championship. She's already the TBS champion. She lost one of her titles. Then she went and got 4 more. So right now she's working with 5. She's working with 5 belts. So, when the women's evolution started coming about.
Hey, look, I kind of like Shorty that she got to fight for that women's title in AEW.
And she fights for it.
Tony Storm.
Yeah, I just like her theatrics, bro. I love her theatrics.
I bet you do, bro.
Yeah, just
Monet, darling. Won't you grab my nipple? She be crazy.
oh Lord,
that is timeless Tony Storm. Now, Tony Storm she had a transformation too, but this timeless Tony Storm character that she got going, it is working for her. She's like old time Hollywood. It's working for her. She got it. She got everybody.
She come out there with her Marilyn Monroe look on, with her Jan Brady hairstyle.
And the same thing for
what comes out her mouth.
Man, okay? Tits up and watch for the shoe. Okay?
Yep.
That's what she said.
Bruh, she turned around one night. They was in the ring and they beefing. She just turned around and grabbed Sasha Banks by the head and laid one on her.
She did.
And she
it's
just
terrible. But hey, you know what's crazy though? But she's bringing it. She's got everybody's attention. That's just like with Blake Monroe. She actually took the title from Tony Storm in AEW. And then after she lost it, that's when her contract was up. That's when she moved on to NXT. And I do love the fact that they are transitioning to WWE, but WWE also ain't bringing them, just yet. Like the females, not just yet. Because I think with Jade had a whole additional year because they trained her because she literally did not have the skills to adequately perform. She really didn't have it because she just got into the business. Yeah. So yeah, it wasn't like she had trained for this like Rhea did or like Charlotte Flair did or anybody like that. She literally had to work hard because she was into lifting more so than she was into wrestling. So now back to your Saturday night main event lineup.
It's only 3 matches.
Yeah, and the next one you got is Seth Rollins versus LA Knight. What do y'all think about
that? They gonna kill LA Knight.
Yeah.
They gonna bank LA Knight.
I don't see him winning that match. But this is the one I really want y'all opinion on. Because number one, it just felt like this, but I will be in Atlanta during this whole week of events that's supposed to be popping off. But the main one that I got questions on is Goldberg versus Gunther.
Your boy.
Is he gonna make it to the? Is he gonna make it to?
This gotta be the worst match of the card on the card. I'm sorry.
Did y'all see him get out the ring last time he was in it?
Oh yeah, it took him
towards ACL. I think he tore his ACL hopping out the ring.
Damn.
I don't even know if he's gonna make it. What kind of match this is gonna be? Well, I do know what kind of match it's gonna be. It's gonna be a quick one.
You want to place a bet how long it's gonna take or how short the match is gonna be? You say okay, 5 minutes or less.
Hey.
Yeah, this match is gonna be 5 minutes or less.
But see, I already know which way y'all going with it.
What?
But
just for nostalgia reason, say that the match actually does last 5 minutes. It's in Atlanta. Goldberg won his first championship in 5 minutes or less against Hulk Hogan. Just so happened, wonder if you just see that, just a quick spear and a jackhammer and it's over with.
So Goldberg made his record 181-0, of course, in Atlanta on the TBS network with WCW. He lost that match. His last match, he lost against Kevin Nash. Do I think now, and this is like a retirement match for Goldberg. I truly
why not do it the same way? Why not treat him like they treat Super?
Dude is pushing 60.
Well, number one, he's not gonna make it anyway because this is a championship match. He's not gonna make that. This is gonna be a farewell, arrivederci type of match.
I did my best.
That's all I mean,
and then again, and like I said, stuff happened like 30 years ago. So
we going to sleep.
Which means the other 2 matches are going to be 35, 45 minutes.
So how many matches on the card again?
3.
Oh, it's only 3.
And that's the main event. And that's the main event, I bet.
It's only 3. But for the women's have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. The women's actually have 6 or 7 actually. So with the women for Evolution, yes. So and I think that pay-per-view is on Sunday.
And there's some titles on the line, ain't it?
Yes.
So you have the women's world championship match, Io Sky versus Rhea Ripley. Then you have
I think Rhea badly get over.
Rhea's going to beat her. That's almost plain cut and dry because they don't disrespect her Io. And they treated her like an afterthought. And again, this just goes back to what I said about how trash the booking has been. They haven't. There's no direction for Io to go.
You got to think about it.
There's no direction for Rhea
with Asuka coming back and Asuka losing to Jade. Now you can go back and get that that faction back together.
Yeah, even though they said they don't have no plans of putting it back together, we all know that's going to happen.
Yeah, you don't have no choice because if you wanted to put gold around and then give Asuka a shot. I mean, y'all walked her right back into the finals for the king.
Oh, and that was trash too.
But you ain't going in the direction of letting her win it, so you had no plans other than that. I mean, and the women's tag team division need all the tag teams it can get right now.
And that has been a curse.
Yeah.
That tag team, and you already know why Sean I'm going with this. Mm-hmm. You notice that every time that there's always a tag team, one of the women gets hurt. Every one of them.
But you know what? If I was the WWE and I won't help with the women's tag team division, I go ahead and put the belts on Charlotte and Alexa Bliss. And whoever the women's tag team championship is on Raw, somewhere in one of these pay-per-views, we got to unify. We're going to see if we're going to unify the titles.
Well, there's only one tag champion.
Oh, it's only one? Oh,
yeah.
They don't have the two teams no more?
No.
Oh, that sucks.
Well,
no, that's why they said that they have to fight everybody in all of different brands. So
brand.
One from Raw, one from SmackDown, one from NXT.
Actually,
actually,
it's supposed to be
4. Yeah, it's the champion. It's supposed to be another tag team from Raw, one tag team from SmackDown, and one tag team from NXT.
What?
Like a fatal 4-way, or is it a triple? I got it. Let me get it.
Where the tag team come from? TNA?
Well, going back to the original point, Omar, that's going to eventually happen with Alexa and Charlotte. They're going to happen as the tag team champions eventually. Because remember, backstage interview, I'm sitting there laughing. Charlotte's like, I don't need your help. I'm not your, and Alexa, like, I'm not your friend, blah, blah, blah. And all of a sudden, they almost like, oh, we can actually work together when they won the match. So notice how Charlotte's like, oh, okay, maybe we can make this thing work.
Yeah, the other two, the tag team from Raw and the tag team from NXT has not been determined yet. That's the reason why everything's so up in the air. They're going to have matches to determine that on the next 2 shows on Raw Monday and NXT on Tuesday. By that time, we'll know. It's a battle. They got women's battle royal now. That's what I want to see.
Yeah, and this is when they need to start bringing some of these women back, like your girl, Kaden Carter and Katana Chance. They need to bring them back.
Oh, they cut.
I know, but I'm saying they need it. But you know how it is. They cut them and then they rehire some people back.
No, they still got enough talent for all. They don't need to bring them back.
That's a crash shame.
Talent, hey, it's the best in business. Talent is dime a dozen. But as good as they were in the ring, right?
But yeah, they couldn't get over the hump. They had that 15 minutes of fame and they lost it in 2 weeks.
But that's okay because Indy Hartwell is in TNA now. So she has she can always cross over if she really wanted to. But I don't know if they have some type of stipulation in her contract when she signed with TNA that, if she could cross over to there, she could, or if she can't. I just wanted to throw that name out there because I know that she got let go from WWE too. And I mean, it's a lot of people that got let go from WWE that's in TNA now. Just don't know whether or not they'll be able to go back and forth.
Hey, what's the girl that moved up? That's that been flirting around with Judgment Day.
Oh, Roxanne Perez.
I don't know, maybe I might be looking at it wrong, or my opinion or my outlook of what her character is. But I swear to God, it's just a B version of Dom girl.
Oh, what, Liv Morgan?
Yeah, she. It's like she's doing everything that Liv did to be part of Judgment Day.
I mean, it's been a revolving door.
But I mean, how you gonna use the same storyline for two people?
But look at it on this side, because Dom is a player.
I mean, at the end of the day, I can already see that Dom was gonna end up snaking Liv some point.
But you know what, Dom, and I know this gonna sound unpopular.
And Vin Balor was gonna snake Dom. And still is.
But Dom has gotten a lot of people over too, low key. I mean, he's gotten Rhea on the map. He put Liv on the map, and now Roxanne, she's the next one up.
I can't say that his character had something to do with furthering Rhea, but Rhea was gonna be on. Rhea was on the map before Judgment Day. She was already becoming a household name before the whole Judgment Day thing even happened.
True.
Let's not do that. They put her in Judgment Day after she came off of losing the women's title. She was already a main star. They just did that to keep that momentum of her name going around, and to see if she could be part of a faction. Let's not do that, kid. Let's not do that one.
So you gonna throw a "Don't you dare" moment on?
Yeah, don't you dare do that to Rhea.
I love it.
Don't you dare do that to Mama.
So with the whole love triangle thing, all it boils down to is the same way you got them is the same way you're gonna lose them. So
pretty much.
I just hate the repetition of it all.
Yeah,
that sounds like what we see around here all the time.
Come on, man. And then
now you see it on live TV.
All you gotta do is make this dude chicken nuggets. Bring up some chicken nuggets.
Hey, it don't take much.
It really doesn't.
And for entertainment purposes, I see why they keep the belt around his waist right now.
Okay, it sounds like Emil got.
They're not building. They're not building nothing. That's the reason why he got the belt. They're not building nothing around the Intercontinental title.
You mean they have no direction for him?
Nah.
Well, supposedly they got.
What's gonna happen after AJ Styles? Who's next?
All right,
I got you. I got who will beat him for the belt.
I'm sure they'll find something.
I got somebody that'll beat him for the belt. That'll be a perfect person to wear the belt.
I got plenty.
Carmelo.
No.
Put it around his waist.
Yes, but in order to do that, you have to make Carmelo a good guy, which he ain't really good at.
Nah. Well, for one, you got to put him on. You got to put him on the same brand too.
Hey, look. Do y'all think I don't think Trick Williams is good enough to be brought up.
That's why he in TNA.
He's not as good on the mic. Who they really should bring up? Well, they can't do that either.
Obi, the only one I can see out of the male division that you could bring up right now.
You could bring Ethan Page up. You could bring Ethan Page up, but you can't have Ethan Page and Damian Priest on the same show.
Huh?
You can't have Ethan Page.
What about Ricky Saints?
No.
Or
let him breathe in NXT for a minute.
Cook. Let him
Yeah.
cook.
Or was it Ricky Starks? I like Starks better when he was in AEW. I was more surprised of how they didn't use him.
So I would say I wouldn't mind seeing him on SmackDown before I see him on Raw.
Who?
Ricky Starks?
Ricky Saints.
Saints, I mean.
So what about Oba? You can't keep him in NXT.
Now, I think honestly, he ready for Raw. I wouldn't mind seeing him go on Raw. I think we haven't had a real black powerhouse since Omos.
And they're not doing nothing with Omos right now. And he's just backstage.
They just gave him another contract though too.
Well,
he wrestles in house shows.
Well, not only the house shows, but he also wrestles with another independent company. And he already won their title as well. So he's a champion in another promotion, but he's just not a champion in WWE. And that's sad that's sad that you don't know how to work them to the advantage. But Oba, I think he's ready for Raw. I think that the moment that he comes up, listen. I just don't like it that when they bring these people up, you don't use them to their potential.
Because you seem to put them in factions,
which is not a problem. But my problem is these guys are missing their moments.
Yeah, but
that Oba could have made it, but the time to do that was this past pay-per-view this past Monday on Raw when you had the title match against the Judgment Day. That'd have been the perfect time if you want to bring Oba Femi up, have him drop his belt in NXT, have him come up, be the third member of the New Day. Now they can feud with the world tag, with the tag belts and the Intercontinental belt.
No, that sucks. I wouldn't even pair Oba with them.
With this version of New Day, this version of the New Day,
I still wouldn't.
Why not?
Because Oba name, once it gets paired with them, they gonna do to him what they did to Big E. They feel that Big E name was bigger than the New Day as a whole. That's why you got rid of him. That's why you got this jealousy. And this ain't fake jealousy because this is spewed out in the real life on Instagram and stuff like that. So it's gonna happen.
Well, the reason why it's
no one person can be bigger than New Day in Kofi and Xavier Woods' ass.
Yeah, but the beef was that Big E was not there.
But it ain't like it's Big E's fault that he won't there.
Well, I mean, Big E got injured in the match.
Come on, bro.
I mean,
yeah, but
but if it's just the storyline, it shouldn't go no further than the storyline. But when it's it's in real life, man. That hatred was for each other. That's real life now.
Yeah,
it shouldn't have never came that far.
Yeah,
that's all I'm saying. And for me, if once it's spewing in real life like that's
a whole nother level.
You'll do that to anybody because you don't see it's never gonna be a third person that can be in New Day that's gonna really be accepted by either one of them.
And it's never.
Let's be real.
It's never gonna feel the same as it used to be.
It can never be somebody that they gonna actually feel comfortable with. If it ain't Kofi or Xavier.
So you're saying this should have never happened?
Yeah. I'd rather see him with Paul Heyman and Seth Rollins in them.
So I'm gonna say I'm gonna give you a hard no.
I'd rather see him with them before I see him with Kofi and Xavier.
But that's a hard no. But I do see him facing Gunther though. I do see him facing.
Well, I I will bring him up to be the number one contender for that title. Because Gunther ain't got nobody in his way for real.
Nah. We're not even counting Goldberg.
Everybody that he fight pretty much old outside of Jay, and I don't know. They just keep.
They keep dragging the same.
They be killing my boy. They be killing you, Yeet, man. Dress you up with a title for a couple of days, couple of shows.
You're not gonna be disrespectful about Jay. So we're not gonna do that.
I ain't being disrespectful.
I'm about to say because
that's my dude, but
let's not get started. Let's not get started, Fatu, because they doing you just as greasy.
Yeah, they did me the same way.
They doing you just as greasy.
Right.
They did you greasy.
See, you ain't even here.
Listen. They put you out on TV.
They put you out last night.
And then she got real bad. She said they put me out on Richmond Highway.
I'm sorry, my bad. Route 1. They put you out on south of Route 1.
They put you on the table with me outside the satellite.
So they just
last night.
I feel you because they left Jay. I feel you because they left Jay close to Mia house.
Mm-hmm.
They at least dropped them off in walking distance of his house.
Well, listen, they put him in front of the satellite.
Yeah.
You got a long walk home.
Man,
I got some rings.
Or at least you got some wings.
You got wings.
Oh, you got some overpriced wings now. They ain't the same price.
Listen.
But they
12
still
o'clock,
good.
you go ahead and get in that good old line and get you some wings. Then you can start walking on that road.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, Mia said, yeah, you can just drop me off at the hole in the wall.
But yeah,
so I ain't too far away from the studio, so I had to walk here.
So listen,
yeah, but they might make it here, and then if you ain't made it here by the time the sun come up by 5 o'clock, you probably can go to the Yellowstone and get something to eat.
Oh Lord. and the Yellowstone be hitting though.
You can go on Hop and get something to eat.
That was Romo, that was a good find right there with the Yellowstone.
It wasn't a good find. It was just I already knew about it.
Right, that's what I'm saying. When you put me on to that, I was like, okay, yeah. But now your thoughts on the newest acquisition that Mel been bragging about for months.
Oh yeah, we've been.
I wouldn't say bragging.
We've been talking about him.
I've just been anticipating, and well, you could. I mean, I can't debate the bragging part.
In a way, I mean, because you did talk about it a lot.
I'm like, when this guy gonna show up?
Exactly. Hey, that too is taller than I thought.
I need Zilla to show up since
that's who I want to show up. That name right there, because he already put out on Instagram. He told him, "I'm only a phone call away."
Oh, yeah.
I'm only a phone call.
Call me Oos. He was in it, and he was there. He was there when Jacob lost the title that night.
Yeah, he was
there.
there.
He was there.
Who that, Zilla?
Yeah,
Zilla been at every main event. Backstage at every main event, bro.
So you already know he coming. Listen. I see it to where it's going to be.
They used to be a tag team.
Yes, they did. And they was ruthless.
Yeah, Zilla and Jacob were a tag team, and they were tag team champions.
And then this is really going to be the beef between Zilla and Solo over Umaga's finisher.
Over the spike.
Over the spike.
Because Zilla got like a 360 RKO spike.
Zilla said, "You're not going to use my daddy stuff." That's what he said. You're not going to use my daddy stuff. So
this man that incorporated the RKO and the spike into one move. Like you get the spike out of nowhere, like the RKO. You just don't know when this jump gonna happen.
I gotta actually see this particular move.
I'm trying to tell you, it ain't like
it's all over YouTube.
It ain't like his daddy's.
No.
But he incorporated two moves to make this one spectacular spike.
YouTube. got to
Yeah, I'm gonna have to investigate this one.
Hey, I'm trying to tell you, when you see this spike, the way he do it, you be like, oh no, can't nobody survive.
Look, I'm gonna be like, say, I done lost my mind, man. Like,
so have y'all seen all the rumblings of if or when Roman returns, he's coming back with a new version of the Shield?
So it's a lot of rumblings
No,
going
I
on.
I haven't heard about that, but I did hear something about he had a another kid come out recently too. He was a father. Was it the sixth time?
He had a sixth child.
Huh?
Yes.
He had a sixth child recently.
Okay,
He did
so that's
that.
why he been
So-
on break.
Yeah, so my mom texted me on that one yesterday. She schooled me on that because I didn't know anything about it.
Yeah, it's
I mean,
it's all over. But I do think that he will either reform a new faction, either the Shield, or it'll be a newer type of
Bloodline.
to where they're going after. So this is about to be a Civil War thing that's about to come up.
So, all right, do you think is if he come back and he form the bloodline, is Jimmy and Jay, Roman and Jacob?
Now you want to know what this could be a setup for what you two just brought out? Survivor Series.
Well, we done already seen it.
No, well, yeah,
No,
I mean
well,
it's slowly
not
starting
against
to
the
develop.
bloodline though.
What? Well, yeah.
But I mean, but I'm saying, but all the stuff
all out Samoan junk. Yeah,
I mean, but the what y'all two just mentioned, that's a recipe for Survivor Series Civil War type.
And if that was the case, and that would happen, that's if I'm the WWE and I'm smart. I'm introducing Zilla to the world right then and there.
Yeah,
Around Survivor Series time.
What?
Because Thomas should be back. I think he should be back. So yeah, it'll be 5 and 5 if you bring in Zilla.
It's too many to keep up with.
Or Lance.
Yeah.
That's who they brought in already. The tall boy. That's the boy that you was waiting on.
Yeah.
No, that's not Lance.
No, that's Julio.
Yeah,
Yeah,
they call him Tala Tonga.
They changed the name.
That's a Coolio.
Yes.
That's the third Tonga. Put it that way.
Well, yeah, that's the one they changed it to.
Lance is Lance Anawaii.
Yeah.
See,
They the other.
Yeah.
I'm trying though.
They Umaga tag team partner.
Lance is Samu's son.
Okay. It's two in a minute.
All right, it's too many. Mel, you might to help me with this one. No, listen. As much as you talk about Julio, now I'm seeing it. I said, okay, this was Mel was talking about in my head. I said, I start Mel. This is what you were talking about. He debuted. He debuted last week.
Yeah, he debuted when I say he was making his debut. He was on that show, but he was in a dark match on that show, so it wasn't on TV.
Right.
Nope. But he made his came out at Night of Champions.
I said, "Oh my goodness!" Then I thought, "Well, like, okay, there's still one more missing." So we all know it's no surprise that it's still gonna be one left. It's still Tama is coming. We already know whose side he's gonna be on.
Mm-hmm.
Well, he's coming off an injury, right?
Yeah. They all coming off injury.
Well, you know what? I mean, but we need a new face. I don't know too much about Lance, but over the last year and a half, Zilla done got a big following. It's time for him to come up. You already signed him. You pretty much signed him.
Yeah, so right now, Jacob really needs Lance on his side because out of them three, you still would need
I mean,
Roman to come back.
Because
And,
he's getting triple teamed almost every which way now.
yeah, they still gonna lose at the numbers game.
I mean, even
Hey,
with
look,
Jimmy
They
Uso,
might, and that's where there might be an insertion of Damian Priest. Just to even the numbers up, just to even the odds up.
I wouldn't
Because
you know,
you want to.
I like a pairing of
you know
Damian and
I don't
Jacob
know.
right now, though. That'd
Yeah,
be
because
a
they
good
do have a mutual respect, and he was going after Jacob because he won the U.S. title. Well, Jacob ain't got the U.S. title no more.
And Solo has done things to Damian.
Yeah, so that's where it should go. But we all know we just fans of the sport. You know what I mean?
yeah,
we just fans of the entertainment.
We just sitting in the back, losing our minds every which way possible, trying to figure out which direction he was going to go. I mean, because again, this is one of those things that no matter how many directions we're going to go, somebody in this group's going to get it right. If I ain't learned nothing else this year, somebody is going to call it.
But the storyline sucks without the wise man.
Oh, yeah. But even that has no direction at the moment because they still ain't got a team name yet.
Because you know why?
Why?
Because it hasn't unfolded yet. Something tells me
It's another member
I'm
coming.
not understanding that part.
It's another member coming.
Yes.
Something tells me
That I agree with.
that it's gonna come a time where they're going to cash. Where you think that Seth Rollins is going to cash it in, and he's going to instead hand that briefcase to Braun Breaker, let him cash it in.
Never thought about that plot.
No. Now I do know
he's too egotistical.
No.
To hand something like that over for a belt.
I do have one tiny theory.
As long as he got somebody that he can control.
Here's a long shot theory that I read too.
Hold on. For real. I feel what you said. But nobody controls the wise man.
Now, let's just say
that world title controls everything.
Just for fun.
And the wise man gonna control whoever has that world's title.
And Seth Rollins knows that.
So I have a question. I have a question.
Okay.
Go ahead.
It must be a good one. You dancing.
Go ahead.
Yeah, it is gonna be a good one.
All right, Shauna, what's your question?
Okay, so my question is, do y'all think that Brock Lesnar's coming back?
Yep. I just can't tell when, and I just can't determine when and where.
Can I tell you in my perfect world?
No.
Because he's gonna get one more match just like Goldberg did.
Oh that wouldn't surprise me.
In my perfect world, Paul Heyman sets up his new faction with Seth Rollins.
That would be good.
Listen, everybody that the wise man has turned on, that he has helped get to a certain point in their career, comebacks and teams up and screw everybody of that new faction of Seth Rollins. Can you imagine Roman Reigns, Brock Lesnar, and CM Punk all together?
Now
that is one of the moments that's swirling.
Yeah,
you definitely. That's definitely a reach.
Could you imagine that?
I don't.
It's too many egos.
I see.
Ego.
But see, I understand what you're saying, kid. But for the screw the wise man, all three of them will put their ego aside.
That's what I was getting ready to say.
Paul Heyman.
I do see them putting everything to the back burner just for one night only. One night only. They put their pride to the side and they work together and they take out all of Paul Heyman's faction. That's Seth, Braun, Bronson, take them all out, and then they go after Paul. Do
Think
I
about
see
it.
Suplex City in
Outside of
everybody's
that-
future?
Outside of that, think about it. Seth Rollins has screwed all three of those names.
Oh, and I got one more question after you finish.
Yeah. Okay. Well, in a weird way, Ramon, yeah, you got a point.
You do.
You in a way, yeah, that last part you just said, I had to marinate on it. He said, well, Seth has screwed on all, he did have screwed all three of them. He has in the past, even with Brock Lesnar. And I know what
He
you
cashed in for his.
Yes.
He cashed in on Brock.
That's the reason why I had to marinate on it.
Well, think about it.
That's true.
He cashed in on Roman after Roman beat Brock.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
All right.
another
Go ahead.
thing that's swirling, and then my time. Well, I do want to do one more last question, then my time is up. But it's been swirling that it's supposed to be some more Steiners coming in. I wonder where they're going.
Well, they're gonna start off in NXT because
Yeah.
one's already in the performance.
Scott's son.
Yeah, don't give me
Play
that.
football.
Coming in.
He's there.
Yeah.
So
He's
Yeah.
there. He's there.
okay.
I forgot what
So-
team he was playing on.
Play for Oklahoma.
Yeah, I know that one of them I think was from Minnesota. I think one of them was playing for the Vikings, I think. And then my next one, who are y'all going for, Jade or Naomi?
I'm gonna go ahead and say
No,
I'm gonna pick Jade because at the end of the day, Naomi don't need to win because she got the golden ticket.
Me personally, I don't even know why this is a match. I
Because
don't.
it ain't gonna be interesting until if Jade win the belt at SummerSlam, then that's the only thing that's gonna make it interesting because now you're gonna really have to pay attention to Naomi.
Because
That's
right
the first
now,
match.
Jade ain't. I'm still trying to figure out why y'all gonna sit here and put Jade on a match between her and Naomi when they could save that up until she cashes in on Jade. Whatever title that she goes for, that's where Naomi's gonna cash in at, and then that's when they can go at it or they can do whatever. But I don't understand why it's a matchup at Evolution.
Am I perfect?
Just to keep them fresh because they gotta maximize on that talent, and they really don't have a direction for either star.
But
They don't.
in my perfect world, in the perfect world, Jade get the belt. Bianca Belair wins number one contender to face Jade for the belt. Naomi cashes in her Money in the Bank with the three of them.
Now
in the ring.
that will be a moneymaker. I do believe in that. Because at
Now
one
we
point,
also now there's also they never had a failed women's cash in yet either. Now what if Naomi cashes in and she loses?
But hey, look, even if she cash in, I would rather. I bet you everybody in the wrestling world would rather her cash in that Money in the Bank if it's a matchup where Jay already got the belt. Bianca Belair wins the number one contendership, and she cash in and make it a triple threat match.
and I agree with that. And
They
then
don't have problems with both of them. Why not?
right. And then also it'll tell that story of how they were the big three and the big three finally failed. Who's going to be number one? And if you really think about it, Bianca give you memorable moments. And in all pay-per-views. I mean, all of her pay-per-view matches gave a memorable moment. To where sometimes it wouldn't even matter. Honestly, it wouldn't even matter if anybody won. It would have been more views. It would have led to, ESPY awards and stuff like that, fooling with Bianca, because she's gonna give you, she's gonna give you your money's worth.
Yeah. And if I'm smart and I'm the WWE and they listening, right after that triple threat match and Naomi doesn't win, now I'm gonna create the female bloodline faction.
Yeah. I can see that.
If you want to take it to the next level, you better start that bloodline faction. Because it's just as many women in it as men in the company.
Right. Hey, can y'all tap the host there? What's wrong with the host?
Here.
Okay.
Ain't
I'm just
wrong.
checking in on you. Just checking in, bro.
I'm good.
Look like you had an all night.
That's what wrestling has brought me to, because as much as we love it, the repetition of the bad storylines is getting quite exhausting.
Well, the fact that it has gone on through. You notice that SmackDown is going back to 2 hours now.
Hey, look.
Finally.
The worst thing they could have ever done was move to Netflix.
Yeah.
Oh man, that was so horrible.
And I feel like with the way some of the things and the way they move on wrestling since it's been on Netflix, it's whatever direction Netflix wanted to go in. And I think another thing is that's terrible for me, and I don't really care too much about wrestling no more. The branding in the ring. I'm sorry, I'm with Vince McMahon on that. You take away the purity of the wrestling match with the branding in the ring, bro.
Oh, with the big distraction with the Prime Energy drink, that one?
It don't matter if Prime Energy and whatever. Vince McMahon is very right about that.
It's the logo.
You any branding of any sort in the ring takes away from what you're truly want to watch. It's the wrestling match.
Because you staring at this logo the whole time.
Yeah.
I get it.
And then also too many people is making money off of it. I mean, it's too many sponsors. I get sponsorship, but at the same token, it's too much. It's like it's all over the place now. It takes away the attention, like the Samoan Werewolf had just stated. It takes away their attention to the actual art of the wrestling.
Okay, I get that.
Okay, but y'all talk about how I got beat up at the end of the night.
Yeah.
But ain't none of y'all talk about how I started the night off, little bit.
Oh,
y'all ain't gonna talk about how I started Friday night off.
It was off the chain. You over there like turn Solo apart and
yada yada. I mean, you did you see Solo hanging out the car window?
I sure did.
Did you see JC going to the door?
Yeah. And I'm sure Sean saw it too.
I mean, my night started all good, but yeah, it ended up bad.
Yeah. Well,
but that's all right. But in my defense.
What's your defense?
Before my night ended up really bad, me and Big Jim did pick up the W.
That is true.
Yeah, you
did.
I'll take 2 for 1 on a Friday night. I take a winning percentage.
Yeah, you took.
Hey, look,
I mean, my one was very bad, but the 2 things that happened that I did, it called for the whole end of the show incident.
Well, you know what?
I deserve it because I'm up 2-1.
There's an old saying. What was the song for Meatloaf? 2 out of 3 ain't bad.
Okay, say that for your Monday night show.
Yeah. All right. Okay. Bad example, but hey, 2 out of 3. I know.
Yes, okay.
I was trying to mess Romar mentally, and it ain't. It ain't work.
You gonna have to work a long time to mess with me.
No.
I done been scarred already.
Listen. You should have went with Queen and just said another one just bites the dust. That's where you should have just left off at.
Oh, no.
Yeah. You might have left me. You could have left me stuck right there.
Yeah, I got you. Listen,
No.
I'm here.
You can't get rid of Samoans though. You can't get rid of Solo that easy.
Hey, look. Out of all of them, for it to me, Solo sucked. For real. Solo want to be a wrestler and a manager
But he makes
at the same
funny.
time. I mean, he make yeah, but
you're not feeling Solo's
all
character.
right. Well, we gonna see what they do with his character since he got a title now.
That was gonna be my next point.
We gonna see what happened because like he thought he could do the wise man job better than the wise man could.
Well, they already tried it with the Roman Reigns tribal chief. That didn't work out too well either.
Like I don't even know how he even got them boys to follow him when he wasn't the real tribal chief. That was amazing to me.
That was so. All right, guys, it's 3:40. We gotta wrap this wrestling segment up. We gotta get into the NBA and some NFL talk. I'd like to thank my honored guest, the wrestling guru, Miss Krishana Freeman, for joining us. We gotta have a fall out of this because wrestling gotta get better than what it is. It's got.
It
Hey,
will.
look,
It will.
I've never seen.
no, I want to say this one thing before she leaves too.
Yes.
It really does suck because to me, you just appointed John Cena being the champion of WWE just because the dollars make sense right now. He sucked for real as being the champion right now.
That's okay. He might suck, but his promo, oh my gosh.
Oh, the pipe bombs.
He boring,
Yes.
man. Look.
Whose pipe bomb was better?
Honestly, I think he got it. He got it.
I know y'all talk about Goldberg, but watching him is like watching Goldberg wrestle too.
Well, he getting old. You already know he ain't pulling out all the
No, don't you do that. Don't you do that, Miss Guru.
Don't you
dare.
dare.
Come on.
Don't you? He getting old. So he getting old, but Goldberg old. So
listen.
I mean, they both look like city cheers when they wrestle.
Listen,
they look like stationary bikes when they wrestle.
You know what?
Come on.
Did you see how stationary he was when he beat Cody?
You know, I'm
he looked like he looked worse than me waking up with an arthritis flare.
Yeah, look, Romar, you know what's funny though? Because you're not the only person that agrees with you with this. My mom said the same thing. She cannot stand them. It's the same shtick for the last 20 years.
Come on, man.
And listen, and it's funny because it was so funny. My mom had a conversation. She does not like him at all. Period.
He lost his edge when he started acting, and his acting ain't that damn good neither.
Well, it all depends on what movie we speak of. That's all.
Don't you dare do that.
I mean, I'm just saying. Listen.
The best role that I ever seen John Cena in it was Blockers.
Yeah.
Oh, the movie when he was blocking his daughter.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's the best movie he ever played in.
That was because he had people that was able to.
Remember that Christmas movie he did with Mark Wahlberg?
Hey, look. What the second joke?
I can't think of the name of it. He did a Christmas movie with Mark Wahlberg.
Yeah, Will Ferrell.
Yeah.
Daddy Home 2. No.
Yeah, Daddy Home 2.
Yeah.
No. Blockers is way better because he had the mom, the funny mom, the ditzy mom that always played the ditzy mom in her roles. And you had a wild daddy like me.
You talking about Jennifer Coolidge?
Well, yeah, I guess that's her name. But
Oh,
the other star, the other co-star, the daddy that he like me. Party all the time.
Wow.
So they the other two could mask up his terrible acting and his bad jokes.
Now, I thought you was gonna go with Peacemaker. I probably would have preferred for you to go with Peacemaker.
Well, no, because I ain't gonna say Peacemaker because he said a lot of on the line questionable community type things.
That's why I said you should have said because Peacemaker is not that great for me.
Yeah, it's not. And I say I can't go. It's not that great. That's why I ain't say it because
yeah, gotcha.
He straddled the fence. He straddled the fence on the with the community jokes. Like,
yeah,
he a little too comfortable with saying community type things.
Yeah, it's questionable. But I will say that the new movie that he has out on Prime, which is Heads of State with Idris Elba, that's actually
checked it out.
Okay. It's okay. It's kind of better than Blockers. It doesn't flop like people.
Well, I can't even lie. I kind of like them in Marine. It's 12 rounds. I kind of like them in 12 rounds. I like them.
That was a WWE movie, so okay, I got you. I got you. I'm with you.
Yeah, they ain't go too far. They didn't reach on his character with that. Because you see how they did it with Triple H with the chaperone. They kept it safe.
Yeah.
Now with all those Marine movies, they failed after the first one.
Yeah, Cena actually brought it.
They failed with everyone after that. You had The Miz, Dean Ambrose, you had Stone Cold. It was terrible.
Well,
they got like 6 people.
So I think Randy either did the Marines or he did 12 the sequels to 12 rounds. I would say one of those he did. It was actually okay. And even I'll even give the Miz some credit. But all right, gentlemen.
Oh, yes.
It's been real. Enjoy y'all holiday. Be safe out in these streets.
Oh, yes.
Oh, I'm in the house.
You're in the house.
I'm going in the house. No streets for me today.
No cookouts?
See. All I gotta do is call one of my brothers and see what's going on.
Look, man.
But it's Saturday, and I know it, and it's only one of my brothers. If I said something to about my slogan on a Saturday night at the light, only one of them gonna feel safe going.
Oh, Jesus.
Well, I ain't gonna say feel safe. Only one of them like the light, like I like the light. The other one say he liked the light, but it's ratchet. So how can you call it ratchet, but you like it? Just say that you like the ratchetness in the light.
I've never been in, so that he's not talking about me.
You might go. You might have to go on Old People Day for the sake of your marriage to keep you married.
Oh, okay.
Because if you go on a Saturday night, if you go on a Saturday night with me, you might have
oh Lord.
make it home.
No, I'll be all right because I'm not worried about that. I mean,
I even tell you drop me off on Chamberlain and I'll just order me an Uber from the rest of the way.
No, because I don't get in trouble.
Yeah, see, on that note, we have to acknowledge this, folks. Today is their 3-month anniversary.
Mm.
Mel and Sonia Brown. Ladies and gentlemen, 3 months today.
3 months.
3 months. Congratulations, my brother.
Oh yeah, it is the 5th.
It's,
Are we gonna do it?
That sounded kind of dry.
Oh my bad. We gonna do this.
Oh yeah, this is the 5th.
that's right. It's the 5th.
We're gonna do this every month.
And for at least the rest of the
No, Cam gonna do it every month.
Now, they don't have to do anything.
Because that's what he's asking you, Kevin Friedenherr.
Look, oh yeah. See, look, don't worry. If nobody else is gonna brag about you and Sonya, I would.
Oh, see, you just you got a contract that you ain't even know that you put your signature on.
Yeah.
You done got signed up for free advertisement for the rest of your life.
Hey man, hey, we gotta like and share, man. You know, you gotta share.
Cam say relationship go.
So listen, so on that note, I'm gonna leave y'all. Bye.
Oh, thank you, Miss Frank. Appreciate you.
I'm gonna pick with you because you in the middle. Hot seat.
Yeah, this is what I get for putting him in the suit.
Oh Jesus, yeah,
Oh man.
yeah.
I'm gonna take Cam to the hole.
Oh man. Poor Mel.
Cam need to
Nah,
go
not
to the
poor
hole
me.
in the wall.
Now poor me. I'm gonna be all right regardless. I don't know what the hell y'all talking about.
Y'all pull up all these players and these new teams. Let's get
All
into
right,
that.
so let's get to the meat and potatoes of it. Our favorite category: NBA free agency.
Shall the Lakers and LeBron fail again?
All right, Mel.
I feel like I need my dad for this.
Yeah, well, I'm
Well,
sure
yeah.
he is.
WB.
WB. All right, well, while we waiting on that, Mel.
And I think I need the boxing guru, Mr. Mark Daniels.
Yeah,
for
we-
this.
oh,
I definitely need Mark for
Well,
this.
we need Derek too. So whoever one we can get, whoever comes on in between them two, they're gonna have the
Because
floor.
I'm gonna say it like this: my dad's gonna take the emotional side of it. The emotional aspect of it. Derek is gonna give you the analytical side of it.
Of course.
Mark, the boss guru, he's gonna tell me where everybody going.
And again, this is one of those that no matter how many scenarios we can throw out, somebody's gonna get it right.
Somebody.
Now, the one thing though, okay, so I guess we should start out. Which trade, I guess, surprised you the most? Start off with that.
The trade that surprised me the most.
Yes. The one transaction that you saw this week surprised you. Which one?
How about the trade that didn't happen?
Which one? Giannis?
Yeah. Giannis not being traded to me is more surprising than I'll put KD. I put KD going to the Houston Rockets number 2 because that's the biggest blockbuster of them all. Even though I got my reservations about that, but for face value, that's probably the biggest one. But as far as just being traded,
yes,
yeah, Giannis not being traded is more shocking because it's the one I cannot wrap my head around the most. Giannis knows he wants to win championships, and he knows, even though he loves Milwaukee, he knows Milwaukee is screwed. And his best bet, if he wants to win a championship anytime soon, is to leave Milwaukee, but he wants to stay in Milwaukee. Make it make sense. I can't do it. I can't. I mean, yeah, don't get me wrong. They even though like the ownership made the biggest splash they possibly could by acquiring Miles Turner. They had to cut Dame Lillard to save that money because you can't be giving a guy a bag like that just to sit at home and take up the cap space. So he has to sit at home. You have to pay him. So why not just pay him all up front so that way clear the cap space up to bring in somebody that can help. The problem is you brought in the biggest free agent that can't create his own shot. You can say what you want about his defense is good at times, streaky at best.
Miles Turner.
But Miles Turner cannot create. He is not a walking bucket. You pay $100 million for somebody that's a walking bucket. He's not that.
That would have been my number one biggest takeaway for me was that if you examine all the trades that went down, Miles Turner would be number one for me because he got a lot of, there's been a lot of criticism going with that. And I've also read some report that the Pacers fumbled the attempt of trying to pay him more. So I think he wanted $25 million a year for what I read, I believe. But
yeah, that went out the window once Halliburton went down.
Yeah. So, but they hesitated on the deal. So Milwaukee just came in and swooped them underneath and whatnot. But anytime, to your point, when you go 6 for 28 on threes in the finals, that's not good. I mean, your main thing is dominate the paint, and then people been blowing by you too.
Yeah, I mean, you have, like I said, streaky at best. There were times where he did his job in the paint. He did his job against whoever he needed.
Well, he did it in that one game.
No, I give him 2 or 3.
Yeah,
2 or 3.
But like the game, I think Game 6 was the one that we noticed the most.
Yeah,
and you called that out while we were at the restaurant. You called that out.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, he had his moments. But see, a lot of times is what we always say, it don't matter what you do in the regular season, it's what you do when the light shines the brightest.
Yeah.
And that's the main thing they focus on is that particular moment you didn't shine.
Yeah. I do not feel like he's worth the bag that he's got. He's not $100 million player. Now, Brook Lopez, we'll talk more about him. He's gone.
Yeah.
For whatever reason, he's gone.
And
is he a better defender than Brook Lopez?
Where did he go again? Brook Lopez?
The Clippers.
Yeah, that's right.
Is he a better defender than Brook Lopez? I would have to say, yeah. Miles Turner runs the floor a little bit, runs the floor better. He's a better shot blocker. Better. So I trust Miles Turner better at the rim protection.
Right.
But I trust Lopez better in the post. Better was back towards the best. Better at clogging up space in the paint. Mm-hmm. So it's a lateral move. You're paying more for pretty much a lateral move. I mean, Miles Turner offers you a little bit better defense, but nowhere near the scoring.
Right.
So you dug yourself out of one hole just to put yourself back into it. That's why I don't like Miles Turner. I don't like the Miles Turner move. You're overpaying for a guy that can't help you once Giannis goes to the bench. Once Giannis goes to the bench, who's scoring the basket? Yeah, take your time. Take your time. Because Milwaukee hasn't. I guarantee you this: Milwaukee ain't figured that part out yet either.
Now, don't be surprised.
I can't figure that part out yet either. I guarantee you, Doc ain't got that answer right now.
I'm thinking, don't be surprised if Giannis if he gets moved by, I would say by this time next week.
I would not be surprised, but I just can't call it because he should have been gone.
Yeah.
He should have been gone.
But I know he's not happy with the whole thing that went down. And
I don't know what he's expecting out of this franchise.
You can't do with what you got.
Yeah.
I mean, Chris Middleton's gone. Lopez is gone. Dame is gone.
You got Kyle Kuzma and Bobby Portis. Gary Trent Jr. is still there. Mm-hmm. You got you still got Pat Connaughton, who's a poor man's TJ McConnell. Mm. Yeah, they should have kept TJ McConnell, let Pat Connaughton walk, but that's another story for another time.
So let's see. In other trades, MPJ got traded to the Nets.
That had to happen.
D'Angelo Russell signed a 2-year deal with the Mavs.
I kind of like that, but then again, I don't.
All right. Okay, my next question. On the Grizzlies side, Triple J got a $240 million deal. Your thoughts on that on that particular transaction?
He's
$240 million.
Jaren
Jackson Jr.
Was he on there all the time?
I mean,
I think he deserved that contract, if I'm not mistaken. I'm kind of fuzzy on Jaren Jackson, but I think he was due that, and I think he was. I think that was good. They had to do that.
Okay, so I'll tell you one of the best moves that I saw this week. SGA getting the bag. He earned that. I think it was like I want to say 285, if I'm not mistaken. I forgot how many years he's got. They added on there. Let's see. Other ones. Ty Jerome leaves the Grizzlies for Cleveland. Rockets picked up Finney Smith for $53 million. Brook Lopez with the Clippers. Let's see. What else happened with that?
Oh, Jaren Jackson Jr., the Block Panther. Yeah. The Block Panther. Get it?
Yeah. Wow. And I want to say, and notice how up until the other day, Miami, he didn't make any moves, but then they got rid of they got rid of somebody. Duncan Robinson, he's gone.
What? Where'd he go?
I think, was it Duncan Robinson? Somebody in Miami's left. Because them and OKC were the only ones that didn't make any moves. All right, let's see.
Duncan McGraw. No, I think he still played for him.
Hold on.
Oh no, he's with the Pistons.
Yeah. Yeah, I knew something happened in the chat. We going over the chats from earlier this week because we had so much material to talk about.
Oh, Duncan Robinson to Detroit basketball. Oh, I kind of like that. I kind of like that.
Yes.
Now, who's in Miami?
I don't know. I didn't.
Outside of Bam and Tyler Hero. They need to grow up some depth. Now, I do got my eyes on Orlando. I do like what the Orlando Magic are doing.
Now, the one trade I didn't see coming was I didn't realize that the Nuggets, they picked up Tim Hardaway Jr. I didn't know that. So the Nuggets have quietly reloaded the roster. Now the MP, and I thought, MPJ was the main one that was going, but then they decided to add.
Okay, hold on. Let me bring up the Nuggets real quick. All right, Denver Nuggets.
They saved a bunch of money.
Because I like what they did too.
Yeah. Which was very interesting. I got educated with that one.
Yeah, they brought Bruce Brown back. Christian Braun is there.
Mm-hmm.
Aaron Gordon there. Aaron Gordon, that's one of the guys I really like because he elevates his game when it comes to playoffs. He does step his game up when it comes to the playoffs.
Yeah, see, that's the part that I totally forgot about him.
Nikola Jokic there. Damn, DeAndre Jordan still here, ain't he? I thought he retired already.
Oh, really? Wow.
Jamal Murray.
Okay. So why are you looking at? Let me ask you this question. Now, rumors are circulating, and let's say, for example, now that Dame is gone out of Milwaukee. Could you see him hooking up with Steph Curry and company in Golden State?
Nope.
You don't see it. And why?
Nope. Because I don't see that team. That team is currently constructed. I can see an attempt there, but the trigger's not going to get pulled because Dame is not going to be healthy enough in time for them to pull the trigger on that. I think they're going to miss that window by a year. I don't think. I think by Dame, Jason Tatum, and Tyrese Halliburton. I believe since both of them, I mean all three of them, tore their Achilles in the playoffs instead of regular season.
Mm-hmm.
I think the timing of the injuries is going to
affect them.
Yeah, the timetables will be later than expected.
Right.
And 1 out of 3. 1 out of 3.
Well, you also got
they might be their careers might be over with.
If that's the case, it's probably
Dame's on the wrong side of third.
And that's what I was gonna say. If that's the case, it's gonna end up being Dame. The other two got time. Because the other two, they're in the 20s.
I said, I could be wrong.
No, you might be onto something. Because again, Davis, I don't know, but yeah, he's on obviously in the 30, and he's late in his career. The other two, they're like in their primes between Tatum and Halliburton. So they got time. Well, they got more time than Dame does. You know what I'm saying?
And I'll take it a step further. I'm not sold on all three of them going forward. I have not seen, and I need proof. I'm a person nowadays. I need receipts. I need proof of concept. How many great basketball players come back from Achilles tear and still be great?
I can give you only one person.
If you can, you can't give me a whole lot.
Well, you know what? Well, maybe it's interesting.
You can't give me many, 1 or 2 out of the history of the NBA. This injury has ended careers, altered careers at best. So injuries like this and deep vein thrombosis, i.e. Victor Wembanyama, Dame Lillard, I haven't seen a whole lot of people come back from these things. I need more evidence. So I have a hard time seeing Dame Lillard come back from any of this. And I love Dame. I was happy to see him in Milwaukee. I was hoping he could make it work. But once I saw that, what the injury was, and they trying to wheel him back in, I'd be like, nah. Right. No, I wouldn't even play Dame once I found out. I said Victor Wembanyama will be back before you be back. Because you was diagnosed after him. Now, I don't know the whole time of everything, but injuries like that, I will let them breathe. So that's one reason why I'm not sold on San Antonio. I haven't seen him come back. I have not seen no one come back from injuries like these and be great.
You know what? And to further your point, I just found out a couple of stats here that can prove it to you. Let's say, for example, Klay Thompson. Before the injury, he averaged 70.
Klay was the man.
Right. He averaged 77 games a season before the injury. Afterwards, 62. 62 games. Points per game also went down by 1.3 points. So, yeah. Before the injury was 19 and a half. Now, afterwards, 18. Not a whole lot of difference, but it's still not the same player.
Anybody else?
Now, the only person that's an exception to it was KD. Points per game. Before the injury was 27. And after the injury, just a little bit above with 27.9.
But all right, so let's keep it a buck. All right, KD.
Mm-hmm.
All right, he was in Golden State when that Achilles injury happened, right?
Right.
And since he's left, ever since he's left Golden State, he hasn't even been in the playoffs.
Who? Klay?
No.
Kevin Durant.
Yeah, he has. He's with there with the Suns that 1 year.
What?
And he got because remember he got swept. He did. He was in the
They didn't
playoffs.
go to the playoffs with the Suns because they didn't have a Chris Paul.
No, but they got swept in the first round by the Ant-Man.
Oh yeah, that was last year.
Yeah,
Oh,
yeah.
And
he played.
He actually did make the playoffs in the East too when he went to Brooklyn though. Because Brooklyn was after Golden State.
And that was when the toe was on the line. Remember that?
Oh yeah.
Yeah, they got swept out of that too.
Yeah, but still, you're right. Okay,
But
nothing to shake a stick at.
no, but everybody.
Let's just say,
everybody else has had that
Nothing
recovered
to shake
from
a stick at.
everybody who recovered from Achilles injury, they have not been the same player. No.
Well, I can't say that because he's still a 30-point scorer.
Well, but as I'm saying, KD's the only one that's actually.
He still give you. He still give you big numbers.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
When
He's
he
the only
plays,
person.
but he look at the squad he's on. I mean, on that squad he on there, you'll put up big numbers too.
What, in Houston?
No, I'm talking about Phoenix.
No, you said
Well,
the
yeah,
squad.
well, I mean where he left.
Well, to me, you wouldn't have been my leading scorer. Devin Booker would have been my leading scorer. Devin Booker what? Put up 71?
Yeah, I got a hard time.
Devin Booker.
I got a hard time believing in Kevin Durant right now. Why? I mean, look at
Houston definitely believe in him.
Do you believe in this Houston squad right now?
I can see him. I could see them getting to the Western Conference Finals.
Getting to the Western Conference Finals.
I don't believe that they strong enough to get to the finals and win the ship.
How old is Kevin Durant?
He might be 37.
You think? All right. So, what they had last year compared to what they got this year, and
I don't think what they got going into this year is a better team than the number 2 seed, the Houston Rockets team that they had this year.
you don't think they gotten better.
No.
That's what I'm saying.
And truly, and if it pans out that they are better, it wouldn't be because you got KD, to me.
I think it's coaching too.
No. The key piece to make this team better was the signing of Clint Capella, to me. You don't have to say,
but even bringing them,
say what you want to say.
uh,
Clint Capella quietly a double every night.
but does that make them better though?
He doesn't, and he played defense to be one of the most undersized big men in the league.
Yeah, but does that make them better?
Defensively, it would.
But you
gave up your best defensive piece
Dylan Brooks
for Kevin Durant
and a bag of chips
and a piece of young talent.
So you still, for all that, you're still all that to still be the second best team in the Western Conference. That's what I'm trying to get at. They did all that.
It was pointless
To still be number 2.
And I think even without KD, if say they didn't get KD in the trade and they would have ended up still getting Clint Capella, because Clint Capella, you can get him for cheap and he was a free agent. You still probably be no better than number 2. And you keep, but what you do, you add another defensive presence along with Dylan Brooks.
So they doing it just to beat numbers or to maintain numbers?
They're doing it to win. They did what they did to go all in, to win it. They banking on winning the ship in the next couple of years of Kevin Durant's contract.
We banking in on number two.
No, they banking in on being the best team in the NBA.
And winning you could be.
But you're still saying they're still number two.
I don't think whatever you do in Houston right now with adding KD gonna get you over the hump. But with the addition of Clint Capella, makes it an intriguing situation for them because he can help you get there.
Some tells me.
Come on, man.
He's not entirely convinced.
Now let's think about it.
Because he's careful of not being caught prisoner of the moment.
When he first came into the league and was in Houston, he was something to be. He was dominant right there.
He held his own pretty good.
Yeah. Atlanta ain't give him all that money for all those years for nothing, Neil.
31. And if you also think about it, he kept Atlanta afloat for what he could. But,
he's not had a bad career.
Now we see the thing is we splitting hairs now. We talk we just crowned one champion. We talking about who's gonna be in the Western Conference Finals next season. That's how far we gone with this.
See,
this is what we're talking about.
Oh, that's what you and Kim was talking
No, that's what we all talking about.
No.
Yeah.
So the main thing,
y'all had this brother when I was on Saturday. So don't include me. I'm just
you just catching up on it. What
don't
happened.
do that.
Just
Don't do that. No, did it? That look kind of suspect over there. Oh, ladies and gentlemen, it is the Studio W Sports page brought to you by J&J. We simply talking some NBA action.
Presented to you
by
spiritual waters.
Presented to you, yes.
By spiritual waters.
That's right.
Well, I like Clint. I like that addition.
That make to me that made the what you did to get KD, it helped seal a hole up to me, I guess.
It basically is like you contended for.
And the crazy thing is, he gonna be your big man off the bench because you could re-sign Steven Adams.
Yeah. Or do you want to sign Steven Adams?
No, they already re-signed him. They already gave Steven Adams the money.
So they finished making moves.
For what we can see so far.
Yeah. But that was big. Because imagine, Clint Capella, undersized six man, he ain't nothing really but a power forward that been playing center his whole career.
Ooh.
Can you say he's an undersized power forward? I mean, he's 6'10", 250. I mean,
I say he's an undersized center because that's what he's been playing his whole career. He's never been a power forward in the league.
Oh yeah, you're right. I did say power. Is he I don't see him as an undersized center. 6'10", 250. That's tall and wide enough. Yeah, I can't say he's undersized.
Yes, he is.
Now, of course, there are some tree limbs out there that's 7'6" and the 7-footers.
Come on, man. We talking about. I'm thinking about the traditional big man. The big centers are 7 to battle. The traditional big man. I ain't talking about this new style big man.
No, I'm saying the height wise, okay, but the weight kind of evens it out. Because you want your centers to be around 250.
I'll kill him. I'm 6'1", 290. I'm back with that 6'10", 250.
Yeah, that's you.
Yeah. So they got 9 inches advantage on you.
but they got to come outside to deal with it.
No, we'll just let you shoot till you miss.
Oh,
But that's neither that's neither here or
that'll
there.
be a bad decision for you.
That's neither here or there. Okay. Okay, so that's the Rockets we talked about. That's the Nuggets we talked about.
But hold on. The Suns got 5 second-round draft picks. They might could take them 5 picks and actually turn somewhat into a team again in the near future.
I don't know. Talking about Phoenix. They got to show me that they're competent.
Nah, I that one I do not trust.
They got to show me they know what the hell they doing.
Well, they had their best shot a couple of years ago when they was in the finals.
They had their best shot was in 2021.
Yeah, when they were in the finals against Boston.
And they always got their best shot because they always loaded with draft picks.
And they ain't never been the same.
Don't get mad at what Danny Ainge did.
Danny Ainge in Utah now.
Yeah, but he done did it everywhere he done been. Every team. Boston, Phoenix. He done left them well off when he done left.
Mm-hmm.
And now he's got a tall order.
No.
In Utah.
No, it ain't gonna be a tall order in Utah.
Why is that?
Because it's not. They're gonna almost make the play-in this year.
I'm sorry. I can't see.
The worst team in the league.
When both of y'all look at me and say, Roma, how did you see this happening? Don't even tell me.
You mean to tell me the worst team in record-wise in the league?
Don't even tell me.
Gonna make the play in the West.
I said they could be.
They're gonna make the play in.
They could.
You want to put some food on it?
If you want to bet me something.
That's you talking to you.
I know. Yeah, that makes it sound intriguing.
I know.
You talking
to you two plate.
Hey, look.
You want to play?
So you said Utah makes the play-in, right? Next year. That's what we call it.
Yeah, that's what you want to say.
Okay. I would take that bet, and I'm taking your bet too, Mill, on the Wizards.
Yeah, that's why I had the Wizards
play in. You got the Wizards make a play-in. You got Utah making a play-in at least. All right, I'll take both of them. That's fine. I'll be the eyeball on this one.
Yep.
You know we can't lose, right?
I don't.
Yeah. We will see.
You can lose because you betting on a rookie that can go to the strip club in DC or Maryland any night of the week.
My gamble's in the East. Your gamble's in the West.
Mm-hmm.
And the West is more loaded.
And you know why I gambled in the West?
Because you got cojones the size of bowling balls.
No.
Good.
Because of the second pick of the draft that the Utah Jazz made. And as much as he didn't want to get drafted, guess where he showed up at? He in Utah right now.
Oh, both of them showed up in Utah.
No, he didn't want to show up.
Oh,
well, he changed his tune in time, so I ain't feeding into that. That's a him problem. He's there. He's there with a smile on his face saying he's willing to work.
Kid, just let you know now.
He got a job to do in Utah.
Ooh, boy, you better hope I don't find no new food spots back.
Hey, listen, all I gotta do, I'm gonna save my coins for the next 9 months.
Yeah, you better.
I have no problem doing that.
Because I'm gonna be Jacob 2-Plate-5-2.
Hey, listen, I will make sure I have my coins saved for the next. And you just gave the most dangerous thing you give somebody is time. 9 months. Yeah. 9 months, and that's no problem.
9 months for you to be wrong,
and that's fine with that too.
Sometimes 9 months,
I know
people can be wrong.
That's true.
But look at we giving 9 months for the Wizards and the Utah.
You guys do Utah
to get their life together.
Exactly. They got 9 months to get it together.
If Detroit can do
it. Again, Detroit's in the East.
Mm-hmm.
The task is easier said than done in the East.
Hey, let's not forget.
One of them may happen. Both of them ain't gonna happen.
Let's not forget. From 5 through 10. Well, from 5 to 8 last year, or 5 to 9, it was 4 teams tied for anywhere from 5 to 10 for playoff berths.
Mm-hmm.
For
in the West.
Okay.
Was the Utah Jazz one of them?
That don't make a difference.
Yeah, how does it? This is a team in question.
Yeah.
Look, Utah gonna make some things happen.
Listen, you got to deal with OKC, Houston, Denver, Dallas.
We ain't talked about LA yet.
We ain't got to the Lakers
You
yet.
talking about the Clippers?
Mm-hmm.
Either
You gotta be
or.
talking about the Clippers.
Yeah, I'm talking about the Clippers.
You gotta be talking about the Clippers because you can't be talking about Mr. $51 million a year.
Yeah, we talking about 50. Because we don't know what I said. We don't know where LeBron's gonna happen. Lebanon, yeah, that Lebanon James, yeah, we don't know what's happening with him because another person who's probably better off suited to get traded at this point, but we know he's not going nowhere, and the longer he stays there, the more he's costing LA.
Lebanon James,
because he's not going to his price tag's not gonna get no cheaper. He's not getting more money anywhere else. He's not getting a championship anywhere else. And the writing's on the wall that this is gonna be Luka's team going forward.
Oh, they did have a spot enough him at the Cleveland Cavaliers training camp with right before they start summer league. He was at their workout facility.
What?
Yeah.
Doing what?
Working out with their rookies.
Trading back.
I mean, he is from Ohio, y'all.
But can you see him getting traded back to Cleveland? That's the only way that's going to happen.
I could see him finishing his career off in Cleveland without Donovan Mitchell there.
So you say Donovan Mitchell to LA. Can you put a mute on that thing or something?
Hello, you.
This is unbelievable.
Oh, man. The things we got to go through.
And this man's getting a booty call while he's on air with us.
No.
Yeah, that's exactly what that was. Man, hit us with the Billy D. Wiz Code 45 voice and everything. Hey, baby, I'm doing a podcast.
I say no baby, and I just said yo.
Yo, baby. I'm doing the podcast.
Oh, man.
Stop.
They're going to get involved later.
Stop with your reaction because you reach. It was nothing of the sort. You reach.
Nah, this ain't what I heard.
If that was, I would have walked off.
Yeah, that was a quickie.
See, you in waters, you fishing in waters that you know nothing about.
I don't know. Hey, I was just saying, brother.
You way left with what you think.
All I know,
I'm just gonna let you know that you're wrong as hell.
All I know is your voice switched up real quick. Your voice switched up real quick. Y'all talk about how my dad switched up. Yeah, yours did a little transformation there too.
I was trying to whisper, nigga. Don't get me out. I already stepped out of courage by saying what I just said.
Yeah.
Keep going.
You gonna poke the bear further?
Because we might get canceled.
Why?
Don't keep poking the guy. Don't keep poking the bear.
All right. So
keep poking the
why
bear.
why we got
These are
trouble?
my friends, y'all. I just want to
Yeah,
let y'all know that.
I'm warning you early.
Hey, and it's
Don't worry, we're all safe.
when the weather gets hot.
We might not have a show next week. You keep poking the bear.
Well, 5-2 gonna get us canceled.
You keep poking.
I ain't poking nothing.
We haven't done anything.
My hands and fingers are to myself. I don't know.
See. You know what?
All right, well, Mark, I gotta. We're back to the NBA, folks. We're gonna reel it in real quick. Okay, now your thoughts on your team hiring. And look, I made a joke earlier.
We're going right back to the Eastern Conference Finals.
Yes. How they hired Mike Brown. Sorry. Mike Brown, your thoughts on the coaching hire?
His record speaks for itself. He's a hell of a coach. He's a good coach. He can get us to the Eastern Conference Finals or the Finals. He ain't got a losing record as a head coach.
No, he doesn't.
You know, it's crazy though.
And he got a couple of ships under his belt. He know what it does. He know what it is to win a ship as a coach, even if it's as an assistant coach.
And you know what's crazy though, Omar? I thought that was the best move that I've seen this week. It was a great hire.
No, we made two significant moves outside of him.
And which is that?
Jordan Clarkson and the backup center in Philly that we both signed before we even made him the coach.
And which one was that?
I don't know his name. I can't pronounce it.
Go New York, go New York, go.
But Clarkson, they bought Clarkson out, and we signed Clarkson the same day that he got bought out in Utah.
You know what's crazy though? If I was to say,
and with Mike Woodson as a coach, we're definitely going to go deeper into our bench.
Oh, Mike Brown?
Gershon Yabu Seal.
Yeah.
Yabu. We call him Yabu.
Yabu?
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Well, that's easy enough.
Jordan Clarkson, Yabu. I'm not gonna disrespect this man and butcher the rest of his name. I'm just gonna nickname him Yabu.
We call it Yabu. And the Eastern Conference, to me, is the Knicks for the taking. Because you got players, you got teams that got major injuries.
Well,
they're going to take a step back.
Even though we didn't get to the finals, we definitely didn't.
I can see the Knicks going at least.
We
the
going
Eastern
into
Finals.
next season. We are probably the healthiest contending team in the East.
Like this is the time, and even though that, and Mike Brown has thrived under pressure before. So I thought that was a great move.
Oh,
on that part,
I think he was on the coaching staff when LeBron and them won their championship in Cleveland.
I think so too. He was also coaching in Sacramento,
and he's won Coach of the Year twice or once.
So I could see now if we think that as far as who you think is going to have the best record going down the line in the Eastern Conference, I would probably put the Knicks at the top.
I don't want that.
Why not? Is it too much pressure? Could it be? Now imagine if you use your bench right.
I would say if they did finish one, the pressure wouldn't be on the players.
It would be on Mike Brown.
Yeah, because it's your coaching staff, and what you implemented that then got us to the point that we the best team in the East. But can you get us all the way to the promised land when the playoffs start?
I can't see why not.
You don't know who get better by the time the playoffs. You got to think about it. A lot of the superstars that'll be coming back off of Achilles injuries, it's going to be right around the time when everything's get down to the tough part of your schedule, the nitty gritty, the meat and potatoes of your schedule. When you're playing for seed.
All right.
Say Jason Tatum, Boston is a middle of the pack team, and Jason Tatum come back somewhere a month or two left in the regular season, and Boston move up from a 4 or 5 seed in the East to the 2 seed.
Well,
what we don't think about, we don't see them playing and practicing when they doing a rehab. You don't know if they going full out in a rehab at game speed or any of that type of stuff.
We don't see none of that stuff behind the scenes.
You know what I'm saying? Like, yeah, they say it takes you a year, but with the way the new developments is in sports medicine and things like that, Achilles ain't 12 months no more. I give it 8 to 10 months, and you can be back and playing it at full speed within that year of rehab of you coming off of that injury.
All right, so this is my thing. Before we bring in the box guru, Mr. Mark Daniels, I'm gonna say this about Mike Brown, and I'm gonna give Mark the floor. Mike Brown to me is the damage control coach of the NBA. We bring Mike Brown in. Your team has gone to you know what. When your team has gone to you know what, and you need him to bring him out the ash.
I'm sorry, don't disrespect my new head coach like that. Because the coach of the team that you just was liking, Ass Cheeks McGraw, Doc Rivers.
He won a chip though, as a head coach, not an assistant.
He ain't won a head coach as the head coach of the Milwaukee Bucks, the team that you like.
No, I'm in the.
Don't. Oh, you threw away your fandom. You threw away them when they lost in the first round this year, and you don't know if they gonna keep Giannis. But if they keep Giannis, you still jumping ship, right?
Yeah, I'm gone. I'm in the transfer portal. So I don't know what you're talking about. You got that.
His own short.
Oh, you ain't no better than your daddy right now.
Oh, there you go.
Whoa.
In the NBA, I'm why? Because I'm in the transfer portal.
Yep.
I don't want to pledge my allegiance to a team that's trash.
Yep. That means you're gonna be in the transfer portal every weekend when we talk about NBA stuff.
Well, tell a team shows me that they worth by fanhood.
You know what? You got it. Advertise for 20 minutes.
But like I said, Mike Brown is a damage control coach.
You trying to call us? You trying to call my head coach?
He puts out dumpster fires. He puts out problems. He solves problems. And when he gets to the team ready to get to the cusp and go to the promised land, what does the team do? They fire him. That happened at every place he's been.
That's a disturbing trend because it's almost like
including Cleveland, where he's from.
That's a him problem.
Nah, but that's your coach, right? That you ready
Yeah, that's my coach right now.
All I'm saying is he'll put out the fires, and once he finishes putting out the fires, they fire him.
So
he's a damage control coach.
In other words, they're gonna abuse. Okay, so for what Mill is saying, they're about to abuse him for the next 2 years.
Shut the hell up,
yeah. Hey, Mark.
That's Mill's word. Not mine.
Hey, Mark.
Hey, what's happening?
You see that? Got this for both of you.
Hey,
how's everybody?
We on the. We good, man. We good, man. We gotta come in and help put this fire out.
That's
New gift alert.
Yeah.
Yeah, y'all like
because Fatu ready to dive on us right now.
Yeah.
talk about Mike Brown being the new head coach of the New York Knicks. I wanted to get your thoughts on that.
You know, Mike Brown is a good motivator. He's one of those type of dudes. He comes in when the team is sucking and somehow he puts life back into them. Then they get back to a certain point, then somehow he gets fired. I will admit the brother keeps getting jobs. I mean, it's amazing. I mean, he keeps getting hit, and he'll win the Coach of the Year award. Then the next year they fire him. I mean, it started in L.A. It started, he's in L.A. He was in Cleveland. He does, he works with the Warriors. He goes to Sacramento. Well, Romar, you're my main man, but I want to tell you something. That was not the Knicks' first choice.
I know it wasn't the Knicks' first choice, but you got to think about it. All right, when he was in LA as the coach, his first year, that was LeBron's first year in LA, or a couple of when LeBron got to LA, he took them to the finals or close to the finals.
Well, here's the thing, bro. Yeah, but here's the thing.
When he got in Cleveland, he went to the finals or was on the doorstep of the finals with LeBron.
Yeah, but who wants to keep having that reputation that you get these head coaching jobs, the team gets halfway decent, then you get fired?
Hey, Tom did it for years.
I want to tell you the truth. You guys, in a way, what you guys did, and Romar, hear me out when I say this. Outside of LA, I love New York. What they did with Tom Thibodeau was deplorable. I mean, to be honest, the front office should have been the ones that was getting fired. You go up, you give away every draft pick you get till 2065 to get Mikal Bridges.
That 2000.
I mean, I don't know when they get another first round. I don't know when they get another first round pick. Then, they give away all these first round picks to get a guy now that in reality they can't even trade. Nobody wants him. And that's a shame because I thought he was a decent player until I saw it into the Eastern Conference Finals. Everybody the Knicks asked to talk to for the coaching job, they got denied.
Each franchise reach out to. Why am I gonna give up a coach that I already got under contract?
Hey, Romar, you damn near could have put in an application for that job, and you'd at least been a finalist. I mean, they had nobody left.
Hey.
They had nobody. They had nobody left off for that job too.
I might have got it. I would have got us a ship.
We'd all got him a chip.
Don't you do that?
That's squad. You got a squad.
You know what?
What am I doing?
Truly, I almost think that Rick Brunson will get the job. I thought Jalen Brunson's daddy was going to end up with the job because they couldn't find a coach.
Hey, that came down.
That might be helpful to Jalen Brunson, real, because if his dad ain't guaranteed to be part of this coaching staff.
Oh, what'd you say, Mark?
Well, no, it came down to him and Taylor Jenkins. When in reality, unless this dude just said, "I don't want nothing to do with it," you guys should have went after Mike Malone.
Exactly.
That is who you should have went after. I like Mike Brown.
Yeah, Mike Malone gonna end up being the coach of the Milwaukee Bucks before the year out.
Hear me out. I like Mike Brown. Hell, they might have been better off going and getting Mike Budenholzer. Be honest with you.
But truly, I wanted Mark Jackson.
Look, I don't know what this brother has done, but he can't even get. He can't get an AAU job. I don't know what it is he's done to get himself blackballed this bad. I mean, the Knicks.
He talked too much trash about the powers that be in the NBA.
Well, I'll put it to you like this: New York 2 months ago was sitting on top of the world, and how? Hey, you made it to the Eastern Conference Finals. Okay, you made a loss, but you made it. Then you turn around and make these circus moves that I don't know. You know, the only reason why the Knicks will probably get back to at least play in the Eastern Conference Finals next year because everybody else is hurt.
Exactly. It's
So
there for the taking.
they don't do it next year, fire everybody. I mean, seriously, if you don't win it next year, I'm not saying you got to get the chip, but if you can't get to the Eastern Conference Finals next year, then you got to start looking at firing everybody. I mean, did y'all get anybody in free agency?
We got Clarkson and the boy from what you call him?
Yabu.
We got the backup center.
Yeah, the backup center from Philly.
And Jordan Clarkson.
Now, Clarkson, that might not be a bad move. But, I mean, on the back end of it, that roster to me was solid. The only thing the Knicks really needed to do, the only adjustment the Knicks needed to do, I think he'd have worked out with this team, but my Lakers got him instead, was either get a DeAndre Ayton or get that Jonas Valanciunas. Now, Denver's going to be almost unstoppable in the middle. I mean, you got two. I mean, I like Mitchell Robinson, but you need a center that's going to be able to play the whole thing. I mean, play 30 minutes. So, if they don't
Mark, with what we did getting the center from Philly, you could see a lineup where you got Mitchell Robinson starting at center and Cat at the 4.
Yeah, but Mitchell Robinson can't go a complete. I mean, he's good. I mean, he brings energy. I get all that. But if you got a threatening scoring type center, if you didn't have DeAndre Ayton and Jonas Valanciunas, I mean,
hey, DeAndre, I'm not worried about DeAndre Ayton scoring.
Look, let me tell you something.
DeAndre Ayton probably be surprised every time he score himself.
Hey, Romar, he's a double-double, if nothing else. He gets you at least 10 and 10.
If I'm smart, I'm looking at Portland and be like, hey, what you want for Robert Williams?
Well, first of all, you got to want him to they ain't played in 3 years.
He got to be healthy though too.
Yeah, I was say I'm not sold on him because I just made this gripe about Miles Turner.
Yeah. Oh man.
Hey, Mark,
not being a scoring option.
Don't give Mark any extra fuel on Miles Turner.
Mark, I said,
oh man, don't do that.
I said, like, even though how great the move was for Houston to get KD, but I think the best part of what they did was getting Clint Capella back in Houston to be the man in the middle.
Hold up. See, this is where it's going to be kind of interesting. People ain't looking at how long this team is. I mean, they tall as hell. You got KD, Sengun, you got Capella. I mean, you got Steven Adams. I mean, how many centers do this team need? I mean, look at how many centers they got. I mean, so they should never have a problem in the middle. They got 18 fouls. This is at the center position. All of them can legitimately play. I think Capella will be the starter, though. That's just my opinion. But that's who I wanted to look at.
I'm gonna start Adams, and Capella gonna be the great piece to back up Steven Adams first off the bench. Might get him a 6-man of the year award.
See, the Lakers needed to do like Capella. You know what? Miles Turner, great, you got paid. That was not a great pickup. Milwaukee just went backwards. That dude sucks.
And you want me to talk? You want me to talk? You want me to talk about? You want me to be offended at that? They still my bucks, just so you can feel better, huh?
I tried to
Jan is still there right now.
I tried to warn you, Mel, about giving Mark Field about Miles Turner now.
No, he got all the fuel he wants because I don't believe in the move either.
I know. I said, look. And I said,
Mark said the same thing I said earlier. I love it.
Not if you waive Damian Lillard just so you can sign him.
And the fact that you found out on social media, and you know,
I don't care about how he found out.
I'm trying to tell you.
Oh, they ain't dirty.
I'm really thinking what I told y'all earlier. I really think that is a real key piece that a lot of people ain't thinking about or maybe heard about. You know, another reason I heard some where they said another reason why Milwaukee let Dame go or waive him, Mark, was because Dame did not want to rehab in Milwaukee. He wanted to rehab in Portland where his family was at.
Well, here's the thing.
And don't be surprised if you don't see. Don't be surprised if you see Damian Lillard in the Golden State Warriors jersey next year.
I don't know.
Oh, here we go. No, we gotta get Mark back on.
Okay, now Dame is going to end up signing with Golden State. Watch and see what I tell you. He's going back to. Dame is at a point. He's 35 years old. He got to get a ring now. So I tell you what, Romar, the Knicks might want to reach out to him and see what's up with him, because it ain't about the money now. But he's guaranteed.
You know who the Knicks need to reach out. I think the Knicks need to go out and reach out to one person and one person only to come out, be at least first or second off the bench. I want to see my boy Brody in a New York Knicks jersey.
You know what? I'll be honest with you. I think he'll end up going to India.
I want to see Russell Westbrook in a Knicks jersey.
I think he'll end up in Indiana.
And that'll be the worst thing for him.
I don't know. I'm not.
No, he can sign a 1-year deal.
What?
And he's not gonna get it.
Be a fake imitation of what they had with Paul George.
You know, 1 year.
No, but I don't know. But he can give him that energy to hold him over until at least April, when for Halliburton to get there. You got to remember something. If nothing else, that dude's gonna play with some energy. And
but see, I say New York because Russ in the fashion. He does have a clothing line. I
would say Russ in New York just for the fact that y'all need that energy coming off the bench too.
Yeah.
And it's the perfect time to, if you really want to get a ring, like KD's already got one. Why not Westbrook? Why not Westbrook in New York? I mean, this is your perfect opportunity. This is your best chance to try to get it one.
Well, you got two places. There's two places I could see this happening. I could see him either doing a couple teams I thought about. I know it sounds crazy. Couple teams I thought about. I see where Denver got smart and went back and got Bruce Brown. He was energy off the bench for them. That goes to show you when a guy's a system player, because once he went there, all hell broke loose for him. He couldn't catch a break nowhere. But I think of Russ, and this is me. I think either he goes to a team, and this is, again, I'm just saying this. I could see Russ. I think New York would be a good spot. I also see Dallas being a possible destination. I also see Cleveland being a destination. I think Dallas would be a good fit for him. My opinion.
Russell.
With Kyrie. Yeah. I think Dallas would be a good spot. I think.
So you said either Dallas or Cleveland would be your choices.
For who? Russell?
Yes.
No, that ain't gonna work in Cleveland because they got Lonzo Ball.
Yeah, but you know what? Hold on. Let's be patient here. Yeah, well, as crazy as it sounds, there have been times Mark has nailed this before. And who's to say? And remember what I just said. Somebody in this group is gonna get it right.
Well, the only other thing I can see happening with Russ, if they want the veteran experience, maybe going to San Antonio, or here's a wild shot, but I mean it can happen. If somehow he ends up going to Chicago. But at this point in his career, I would think he'd want to go for the ring.
Hey, look.
Yes.
All right, I'm gonna give you 3 teams in the East that I could see Russell Westbrook playing for.
All right, give me one.
The Knicks, the Heat, and the Pistons.
He won't go to Miami.
He gave me all 3.
He won't go to Miami.
You know
Now, Detroit, I can see him in Detroit. I can see him in Detroit because they kind of need that dog there with Cade Cunningham.
And Cade Cunningham is the same type of player he is. He can learn from Russ.
Can't learn how to shoot.
Hey, but let me ask you a question. Let me ask you a question, guys. What do you think about Dame possibly signing with Detroit?
No.
He ain't gonna come out. He ain't gonna come out. He ain't gonna come off the bench in the road.
No.
Do you think Miami would be a spot for him?
Yeah, because he can still start.
Miami needs all the help they can get. And
you talking about you asking? That's a big reach to ask a starter that been somebody that been a starter in the NBA his whole career to be like, hey, you ain't good enough. You ain't good enough to start.
Well, remember, Mark called this last year and like I said, the chemistry in Milwaukee was like the worst 2 years.
That won't gonna work.
Well, we know that, but I'm just saying this is your perfect out to say, hey, this would have solidified Mark's point when he said, well, he should have went to Miami from the start.
Well, that's where he wanted to go, and the NBA blocked the deal.
Yeah, but see, but Portland screwed him. That was Portland's way of screwing him, to be honest with you. So he goes to Miami. I could see them doing that because they don't got no scoring off the bench either.
Well, they ain't got no scoring from
Dame is going to be out. Well, they got Tyler Hero and they got damn, who is the other?
No point guard.
No. I'm trying to think who their point guard is.
Was it Vasquez? I think.
No, he's a forward.
Neil Brown.
Okay.
Their point guard named Neil Brown.
Why you got? See, I'm trying to leave you alone, but you want to gaslight me. See what you're dealing with here. See what this is what I gotta deal with.
You got to deal with the shenanigans for life.
They're in the summer league right now.
All right, so.
Hey, but for real, I'm telling you, if Cleveland ever bring up Iman Bates and put him on their full-time roster, they'll get over the hump.
Well, you want to know what Cleveland's biggest problem is?
What you know about Iman Bates?
I'm gonna be honest, I don't know. Come on, man. Oh God. I was
Davion Mitchell, Terry Rozier.
Oh, you looking at Milwaukee lineup?
No, I'm looking at Miami's lineup.
All right.
Kevin Love still playing?
Yeah, he's out.
He's still getting a check. I don't think he still playing. He's just getting a check.
Oh, so wait, we looking at my. Hold on. Oh, he's on Miami's roster.
Yeah.
Oh, and I'm
Championship.
telling you, if Golden State were able to pull off Al Horford and Damian Lillard, oh, you looking at number 5.
Well, as far as championship rings,
You're looking at number 5 next year.
I see that.
If they get Dame and Dame come back off of this injury after All-Star break, you talking about Steph Curry, Dame Lillard,
If Dame comes back next season,
Jimmy Buckets,
man. If Dame comes back next season, he's not gonna be much enough.
he don't need to be much enough.
He's
Much enough
going
than
to
if
be
he
a
on
jersey
he's not
on
gonna
the
be the
roster.
same player.
He's not gonna be a factor.
might be.
At least not
Hey,
right
but
away.
you know what's so
He's
crazy?
not gonna be a factor.
He might not be a factor when he get back into doing the regular season, but he definitely will be in he'll definitely catch his stride in the playoffs.
I don't see that.
Yeah, okay.
All right, guys.
Well, he end up in Golden State.
Hey guys, it's time for us to get on out here. It's 5 o'clock. I gotta get ready to take, get ready. Let fans know and enjoy our holiday weekend. It has been a pleasure for you guys. And hey, Mark, anything you want to say before we get out of here?
Well, y'all saw that fiasco last week with Jake Paul and Julio Cesar Chavez Jr. This ball.
Oh, and then he got arrested.
Oh no, he got.
Well, you know what? They were supposed to arrest him a day or two before the fight, but they didn't want to mess the money up. That's how you know when the BS is in. So it's all kind of mess with that, bro.
Yeah.
That's how I know the fight was fixed.
They say this man ranked to win a belt now.
Yeah, he's not number 14th in the world now. Thanks to Cesar Chavez.
Ain't this the second time he fought him?
First.
Now he's a ranked boxer.
But I'll tell you what's funny about that. But Julio Cesar Chavez hadn't waited till round 9 to start loading off on him. He might have taken Jake Paul out.
Oh, till round 9. So I mean, he danced around for 8 rounds.
Yeah.
Oh, he got to pay the healthy bag, man. Because to me,
Well, he gonna need it.
Jake Paul cannot box. And Deontay Wilder, that was just a terrible.
Well, come on. Look.
It looked like they were fighting in the backyard.
I told y'all Deontay Wilder was done a long time ago. I told you that man was done. Tyson Fury changed that man's life, man. I heard he's supposed to be fighting Usyk in the unification bout April next year.
Well, here's the deal. They done both. Hey, look, ain't neither one of them been the same since them fights. So that's a mess.
So what? Usyk's got a belt or something?
Yeah, he got Fury's belt.
Oh, and so that rinky-dink fight that Deontay Wilder had last Friday, put him in line for a title shot already.
I think so. Is that true, bro?
Well, no, he ain't getting no title fight. I mean, now Jake Paul got put in a position to get one.
Oh. Maybe that's a good thing. We could maybe a real box will put this man out of his misery.
No, they ain't, because he's gonna protect himself in any fight, any contract that he signed for a fight. He gonna protect himself from getting hurt, and he gonna end up with the bigger purse.
Yeah, who's gonna take that fight?
Ain't no way in the world that man ain't supposed to have been brain dead fighting Mike Tyson.
Yeah, he can get. Yeah,
He
but
said, "Mike, I give you a bigger."
That was the amateur fights. We ain't talking about.
Yeah, but still, Mike, I'm gonna give you a bigger bag so you don't knock me out.
I don't think he can get away with it at this stage.
He can't now because you ranked in real boxing.
Yeah, them contracts different.
Yeah, you got to be a real boxer now. Ain't no entertainment fights no more.
Yeah, so we gonna see. Hey, Mark, I appreciate you joining us. Next week, we back here, back at it. We're gonna have some more, and we're gonna have some more on basketball. We're gonna have some more on baseball. We're gonna have some more football.
Shout out to the catcher of the Mariners. Tying King Griffith Rocket for the most bad All-Star break as a Seattle Mariner.
Word. Ladies and gentlemen, it's been the Studio W Sports page. And as always, I will see y'all in church tomorrow.
You ain't going to church.
Shut up, boy.